Hello, this is Mari Lane and Mari Lane on the Body and Space channel. Marty, nothing, sweetie. This is not anything Marty would like. So I'm doing this unboxing by myself. What? This is from Lisa at FlippinCrazy. And Lisa uses these beautiful teal envelopes that I love. And she puts thank you on the bubble wrap, which saves paper. I think that's awesome. And I usually order more from Lisa, but I've been saying I'm not going to order much jewelry anymore. And then I ended up ordering more jewelry. So, but this is like, she had one of those big boxes. In the big box, she had a little bunch of tiny stuff that was mismatched. Okay. That's where I can keep track of where the visual range begins and ends. And here we have a lovely top hat. When I was a child, when we played Monopoly, the top hat was my second choice. The race car was the first. And there were several other people in my family that liked the race cars. So I played with the top hat. And here is a butterfly. And here is a native looking piece. Almost looks like it was a button. It's beautiful. And I had an item I bid on. I believe it was another butterfly. And I put in A1. And I put a capital A with no spaces between it. And it disappeared. And I thought the mod had just ignored my bid or my buy it now statement. And I kind of got upset. I'm like, okay, I come in here to bid and I'm being ignored. But what happened was it disappeared. YouTube has a list of words and numbers and combinations of letters and numbers that are forbidden. And I hope this doesn't get deleted. If it does, I have tons of videos for unboxings for Lisa. But for instance, I was in, I won't say what chat room it was. I was in a chat room one night. There was also an auction, and it was a bidding auction, not a buy it now. And somebody bid $88, and it disappeared. You may have noticed that on my reading of Psalms 88, I didn't put the numbers 88. I wrote out 88. And that's because 88 looks like SS, as in, the guy from Germany in the 1930s with the mustache, the organization he had, that hate group. And also recently I found out there's a problem with the number 45. Now I haven't figured out what is wrong with the 45, but I've seen that disappear. Lisa's mod told me there was a problem 45. So I had Marty look it up, and Marty found out that it has something to do with the Civil War, and it has something to do with people that hate again. So if you're having an auction, you should be aware that A1, and I still haven't found out why A1 is a problem, 45 and 88 all have associations that make them deletable in your chat. So if you're doing increment bids and somebody's bid 83, you may say, please bid 89 or allow 87, because it wreaks havoc at an auction, because your chat is your bidding record if numbers disappear. And so I didn't get the item that I bid A1 on. So I didn't understand what was going on at the time, that they were forbidden the A1. There was a problem with A1. So I went ahead and left this auction, and I didn't come back, and we handled it in the chat for the group. We talked about it. But I got these 3 wonderful pieces, and I'm happy with these pieces. It's just that I would have bought more that night if I had known, or if Melissa or Lisa would have known, that A1 has an issue. And I put it in as a capital A with 1 right next to it with no space. So from now on, I'm going to put A, capital A, and then dash, then 1. So that way it's not in the same format. So you might want to keep that in mind, that for some reason, A1 disappears. But, you go to auctions, you live and you learn. It was nobody's fault. Melissa was not a fault at all, because YouTube made it disappear. But, we found out what happened. I still don't know why. Maybe Melissa or Lisa have figured out why by now. But there are forbidden numbers. There are forbidden combinations of letters and numbers, and there are forbidden words. So, I'm not a person that is out here that knows all of these hate groups and all of what they use. I'm just an innocent person at an auction, and I do not want to promote any kind of hatred. So it's frustrating for me, because I don't know all the way everybody on YouTube can hate. I don't hang out with the trolls. I don't know. So I've been looking for that list. I went on to Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller and asked him if he could find the list. Maybe he doesn't want to find the list. Actually, come to think of it, I don't really want to find the list either. I really don't want to know. If something disappears in the chat, like A1, I might look it up. But I don't really want to know how that letter number combination is being used to spread hate, because I don't want that to be part of my life at all. I don't really want that knowledge. If I'm out and I see graffiti, if I see graffiti, I kind of know. But if I see things out in the community that might be a warning sign to me that there's something dangerous going on in the area, there are people that have a certain angst in that area that I want to stay away from, then I might look something up that's in, that might harm me or my family in the physical world, not just a bunch of chat room hate. I mean, the chat room hate can lead to real hate in the real world. I'm not saying that, but by me knowing what 45 or 88 means doesn't mean I could even stop any of what's going on. We have law enforcement. We have the FBI. We have the Southern Poverty Law Center that keeps all that information and knows about hate groups. They track hate groups. And God love them for it. But in my personal life, I do have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, but I'm not involved in any agency right now. I don't work for anybody in that venue. So I have no reason to keep track of any of that. If you all know, please don't put it in your comments. I don't need this video deleted. But if it is, like I said, I've probably done over 40 videos for Lisa. But that's an interesting sidetrack. There was someone in the group, I won't name him. He was just like yawning, I'm going to go to sleep. You know, when Lisa and Melissa and I were discussing this, so I want to say to that guy who will be unnamed, when you have an issue and we're discussing it in the group chat, I'm just going to say, oh, yawn, I'm going to sleep, because that issue will be important to you. This issue is important to me. Why I didn't get something, and to find out whether I was being treated unfairly or not. And I was not. It was YouTube. So, go ahead and go to sleep. You just don't have to tell us about it in there to display your attitude, because it was important to me. And it's important to Lisa and Melissa and every other person that has an online buy it now, sell, or auction, to know what these things are, and that this can happen. This can happen at your auction or your buy it now, sell, if it happens that one of your bidders uses one of those numbers to bid, or number letter combinations. So just a word of caution to everybody out there. It's not the mod. It's not the post. It's not the panelist. It's YouTube that's sometimes deleting those numbers. So you all have a wonderful and blessed day, and be good to each other.